We're now on Objective 3, Activity 3.04, and the first thing we're supposed to do is go to the top of the document and type Control Home, and that'll take you to the top of the document. You need to locate the paragraph that begins making a commitment, which is this paragraph right here. In the third line, following the word capitalism right here, click to position the insertion point to the right of the quotation mark. Then we want to go to the References tab and go to the Citations and Bibliography group. That's this group right here. And click the Style button arrow. Whoops. And we want MLA 6th edition if that's available, and it is on here. Now click the Insert Citation button and add new source. And we want to make sure book is selected as the type. We've got a number of types here, but book is what we want. And we need to add some data here, and I'll pause and type that in. So this is what our citation information looks like. With the author, do last name, comma, first name, and they do give you an example down here showing you how to do it. Then click on OK, and it puts in the name of the author in parentheses, which is the MLA style. And it looks like we need to put a space in here. Actually, there we go. In the lower right corner of the box that surrounds the reference, point to the small arrow and we want edit citation, and in the edit citation box under add, type 1 to indicate that we're referencing page 1 of the book by Hirschberg. And then we can click on OK. And it'll add the page number too. And we want to go to the next paragraph that begins with government contractors. And we want to position the insertion point at the end of the paragraph, but before the period. So right there between the S and the period. And we're going to type in some more stuff here. We're going to go to Citations and Bibliography group again. Going to insert a new citation. And we're going to add a new source. And the type of source here is going to be a website. We need to scroll down there. And the fields change a little bit with the website. And now we're going to type in the information in item number 9. And I'll pause to do that. So check our typing here. Make sure we've entered everything correctly. And then click on OK. And now we've got a second source out there. And now we want to go to the top of page 2, and we want to find the paragraph that begins consumers and businesses right here. And in the third line we want to go find the word toxic, and then in between toxic and the question mark we're going to insert a citation here, and that is back on references again. And we want to insert a citation, and we're going to add another source, and the type of this one is going to be book. It remembers website from the last time, not book section but book. And then we need to enter the appropriate information again, so I'll pause to do that. So we've got all that typed in, and click on OK. And here's our citation, and we're going to click the options arrow here, and we're going to edit this citation again, and we're going to tell it what the page number is. Page number is page 7, and we're going to click on OK. On the References tab, we're still on the References tab, in the Citations and Bibliography group, which is this group right here, click the Manage Sources button. In the Source Manager dialog box, under Current List, click the third source, which is this one. And then make sure you read number 15 there. We won't go over that. And we are going to click on Close. And now we're on activity 3.05, inserting page breaks. And we want to go to the end of the document. The keyboard shortcut is Control End. And now I'm at the end of the document. And a manual page break can be entered by holding the Control key down and pressing the Enter key. And you'll see this appears. If you've got on your Home tab, if you've got this Show Hide button pushed in, you'll see the page break show. If you turn that off, you don't see the page break. So you should probably leave that on so you know where you put a page break in. A page break just says whatever follows this should be at the top of a new page. And what we're going to do here now is we're going to drag the first line indent back over to the left here, so there is no special indentation. And our document looks like this now. And we're going on to page 3 or activity 3.06. And we want to be on the first line of page 3 here, which we are. And we're going to type in works cited and enter. And then on the References tab again, back to References here, in the Citations and Bibliography group, in the Style box, be sure MLA is there, and it is. In the Citations and Bibliography group, click the Bibliography button and click Insert Bibliography down here at the bottom. And then we're going to scroll down a little bit to see everything that got entered here. And we're going to select all of those. We're going to make them double spaced. So take your mouse here, and the easy way is to go to the left margin, get your white arrow pointing at 1 o'clock, and drag. And we're going to change the line spacing to 2. It says go to the Home tab, but if you remember the keyboard shortcut, it's Control 2. And we want to set the spacing after, and actually, let's go to page layout here and set the spacing after to 0. And at the top of page 3, take works cited and center it. And the keyboard shortcut for that is Control E. So that's what I'm going to do to center it. And now we're going to go to activity 3.07. And that takes us to the properties, which is on the File tab here, Info. And we want to go to Properties here, and we want to show the document panel. And we are going to put our name. We don't do any course information. And for keywords, green business and research paper. And we're going to go to Advanced Properties here. And we're going to click on the Statistics tab over here. And we're going to look at the Summary tab. Just take a look at them. We're going to click in the Title box here and put in a title. And for manager, we're going to type in And for company, we're going to enter in Memphis Primary Materials. And in the comments, we're going to type in some text. And when we've got all of our text typed in, click on OK. And we go back to the Document Properties box up here and click on the X in the upper right-hand corner. And then we're going to save it. And we'll do a quick print preview here. And if we shrink this down a little bit, we can see the whole thing. If that's too small, we can zoom in again and move from page to page with the scroll bar over here. And that takes us to the end of Project 3A.